Go! Wide! Check out! Wide! 622! Ready to hit! Check out! Blue 90! Red! Check out! Red 80! Let's go. Blue to the head! Check out! Wide 80! Wide 623, hit it! Check out! Blue 90! Wide for that! Check out! Wide 635 for that! Check out! Red 80! 12. Wide 632 for that! Check out! Wide 80!
Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 180! 55. Here we go, D.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go. King,
Mayfield down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. They've got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
50. Hey, Charlie. 58. The black and third.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Take both of them. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the edge. Check 99. Show that bench release and go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, what a stinger, but a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get more confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Hunt, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Now Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Check. 180. 55. Regular.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, White touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing. It's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And that'll set them back 5.
There we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on? And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Olivier Vernon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
5. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm here all day. 53 is the mic.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check 93.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run with Hunt on second down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Seibert able to knock this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down, it's Hunt, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield to throw it. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Like 5.
Check. 53's Mike. You run.
Hey, alert. Hey, seam 6.
53's the Mike.
On third down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Pick it up, pick it up. Snickers, gotta spin.
Tight. You got tight.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, fellas.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jack 16.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Pull it together.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Mike 7.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. He can't hang.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, here's Agnew. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Let's go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53's Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Easy. Slam.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. This is Connor running right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over. Alert. Receiver. I got you, 45.
Hey, we got tight left.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58's the mic.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Mayfield looks to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the run is Connor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Check! Black 20.
Check. 53's Mike.
Alert, alert.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Hey, Delta.
53's the Mike. 50.
Now Roethlisberger looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Shift! Watch the shift!
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, a run with Connor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Rip right, rip right. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check.
They're going to run. Here's Connor going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, Hunt. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and split the play.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit. Well, maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go get him. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Take 2 of them. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Check 26, check 26. Show an A, show an A. Big edge.
50.
Big edge.
Let's go. Let's like it.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you too. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Like 5.
Check 53. You got double up, double up, double up, double up. Check back.
Now Connor. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
66.
Watch the shit. Hey,
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Here we go.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 31, Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them special.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
180. 50. Check my 50. They're going to need some therapy after that.
To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, he had it online, gave it a pretty good ride, too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And, Brandon, you know kickers very well. I'll bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.